Hello everyone, welcome to Aurelia's Crafting Ideas. I would like to make a coastal frame art. For today's project you're going to need 2 frames. So just pick whatever size you like, whatever color you like. You will also need some sand, and make sure you have the fine grained sand. I have a blue one and a white one. I will also be using some glitter. This is onyx. It's like black and with the bluish shade on there. I will also be using some seed beads today, and these are like a medium-sized seed beads in the color white. You will also need some glue. I will be using this E6000. It is made for jewelry and beads. You will also need some water. I will just be using plain drinking water. You will also need a small bottle to transfer water in. Any bottle with a spout works really well for this project. I will let you know if I use any additional items to complete this project. The first thing I want to do is to take my frame apart. I need to take the glass out, so I'm just going to pull the tabs back and take everything out. I'm also going to take my glass out for a minute, put all that aside, and I'm going to do the same thing with both frames. I'm also going to pull out these tabs right here. You will probably need just a small pliers to pull those tabs out. You are now going to need both of your glasses. So these Dollar Tree frames come with very thin glass. See, it is like really fragile. So what I need to do is glue the 2 pieces together, but I want to leave a bit of space in between. So this is a project that I have failed at the past 3 times. So, I'm hoping that I have worked out all the kinks, but we'll see. Surprises do happen. So because the glass is so thin, when you put the 2 pieces together, as your glue dries, the whole thing will just suck together, and we don't want that. So that is where these seed beads come in handy. Let me move that one aside. And I'm going to lay this down, so please ignore the glare. It can't be helped. These beads I found at Dollar Tree. Now you can pick these up anywhere from like Walmart, your craft stores, anywhere. So take some of these, and you want to position some beads like on the side like this. So do that all the way around and just get them glued down on one side of your frame first. After we do that, we're going to add some glue on top, and then we're going to take the second frame, and then we're going to set it on top just like that. See, so when we sandwich the 2 together, it'll leave a space right in between. So that is what we're after. once your beads are dried, in there, this is what your frame should look like. You get that separation in there. You see there? The next step is to put glue in between the two frames. So you're going to need some sort of a level, and then you're going to squeeze glue in between. So that's where this glue also is helpful, because it comes with a nozzle. See there? So when you start this, you want to leave just a small section open. That is where we're going to add in the sand. I will probably leave this open here, and then maybe a section on the side open. Everything else is going to get sealed in. And after I do that, add in everything, we'll probably go ahead and seal those. So let me show you. Once you start, do not stop. So you go from here, continue all the way around. So, be prepared for a long squeezing of the glue bottle. So I think I want to start right here. So you get that nozzle in between and just start squeezing. You see where the bead is there? You want to take from there and fill it in. I have my frame glued. Can you see? I have glue coming from here all the way around. And I have like a really wide glue base. That's because when your glue dries, like I said, it will shrink. So you don't want to do a thin row of glue, because when it dries, it will leave just a tiny bit of coating on the end, and you risk your frame from leaking water. So you don't want to do that. Now I have this. I'm going to let it dry. Once it dries, I'm going to go ahead and fill in all the the empty spaces, because right now it's full, but once it dries, the glue will shrink, I guess. And what I want to do is take this, I'm going to lay it flat. Keep it flat because your glue will run. I'm going to leave it flat, and I'm going to weigh it down and let my glue dry completely. What's good about this glue, the one for jewelry and beads, is that it does glue last really good, and it works great as a sealant on this. So this is from my previous project. You see I have glue right there. You see how it sticks to that? See there? So I know that this glue works because I already tried it. Like I said several times, it will hold together. It will keep the liquid off. It's a great sealant. If you're still not sure about the glue, I would get some aquarium glue, and you can do the same thing. It does the same thing at a higher price. That's another option you may want to go with. So now I'm going to go ahead and weigh this down and let it dry completely. My glue has dried, and this is what it looks like, if you can tell. See there? There's that, and then the side, and the bottom. So this is what happens when your glue dries. See, even though I did go all the way up to the bead, see how it dips right here? But I mean, it's wide enough of the glue left, so it'll be fine. And then on the top here, I went ahead and closed this side, so I only have the one opening right there. So I'm gonna do a seal test now. So I have my small bottle of water, and I grabbed the tray here to help catch some of that water. I'm going to put just a little bit in here, and let's test the seal and see how well it's doing. Just a little bit, not too much. So the bottom is good. Let's do the side. It's holding, and I'm testing till here. Nothing. It's good so far. And then the side is holding, and then I'm going to test to there. See that? So everything is holding, so which is good. I'm going to go ahead and pour this water back out. And let's see. I'm going to get most of it back out anyways. Let's see, I need a stand. I have a photo stand here, this will work. I'm going to prop my glass in here. And we're going to go ahead and start adding all the goodies into our little case here. I changed the angle of the camera because I know you'll want to see all the goodness going on. I created a funnel out of paper and just sealed it with the washi. Just make sure your funnel will fit right there in your opening, just like that. And then I have a little spoon here that I'm going to use. I want to add the white sand first. And I'm just going to scoop that in there. And I'll have to move the sand around. I think that's a good amount of glitter for now. We'll see how this goes. I want to put some more white sand in there just to hold my glitter down, because I've noticed that when you add the water, your glitter will rise very quickly. And I just want to hold that glitter down just a bit. Do you see all them bubbles coming up? You see how right here the sand is holding that glitter down? Because I exposed the glitter, they're starting to pop up to the top. I'm just waiting for the rest of the sand here to get saturated with water. When all this right here gets wet, I will go ahead and add some more water. And you can judge that by the bubbles. I think I need to add some more white sand. I think I am done adding all the goodies now. Now I just want to add water. I don't want to fill it completely. I want to leave just a little bit, maybe a half an inch or so. I think I can add just a little bit more. I mean, everything is holding, so I think we're good. And then leaving a little bit of airspace in there helps all the, bubbly actions and your sand to shift and all that. So I think that we are good. Now I just need to seal this part here. My glue is dried all the way around now. I wanted to share with you how I did this closing. So when you're doing this, you can tilt your glass just like this and get to the bubble to where the opening is, and then you have to prop it up. Just use whatever you need to keep the bubble in the spot you need, and then you can add that glue in like that. And then once you have it prop up, of course your bubble is going to stay in place until your glue dries. So this is what it looks like now. Look at that. Cute, right? I like it. The next thing I want to do is I want to go around the edge of my frame and just put some sort of a decorative edging. Not that we're going to see it because it's going to be in the frame, but just, just for our peace of mind. I have the skinny washi. I think this is just the perfect size. And then just make sure your washi is plastic. And this will also help as a barrier. Just another step. So take your washi. Let me see. Let me grab my stand here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue to help keep that washi in place. You don't need that much at all, just a little bit. Just kind of smear that glue. And then take your washi and just start putting putting that on like that. And then run that all the way around without cutting it until you get back here. Then go ahead and trim that. Once you have all the washi going around your frame, we're going to put that aside for a minute. Now we need the actual frames themselves, you know, the two that we put aside from the beginning. When we put these two frames together like this, you see how much space we're going to have in there? It's like a full inch. And I need to do something for that. I have some Chanel stem. I think that might work. If I put it in here, that'll fill in that space and it will also make it look pretty. I'm going to test this frame right quick. I'm going to slide this in here and see exactly how much Chanel stem we will need. So this is what it looks like. There's about 1/4 of an inch of space here. And then this is what it'll look like on the front. But if I put that Chanel in there, it'll create like a deeper pocket. Something like this, if you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and add that Chanel stem now. I think I will need a couple of them. And I do have the black Chanel stems. I will just stack those on top of the other. And then of course you're going to need to trim this if you like, or just bend it, because we do have to go all the way around the frame. And then just bend it there, give it a sharp point. That. And let me glue this down. I'm going to put some on the frame itself, the front facing frame. See this one here? And then also on the sides. I need like another tube of glue. I'm at the end of the, you know, the tube of glue, and it's like I have to squeeze together just to get some glue out. Okay, so slide this in here. That's good. And then I need another one. I think this one I'm gonna go this direction. This way. And then, whoops. have both my frames fitted with the Chanel stem. See, 2 rows of it. Now I want to go ahead and add in my art. What I will also like to do is run a bead of glue, like see where that 1/4 of an inch that's left on my frame. I'm going to run that all the way around, and then I'm going to prop the glass in here. I'm going to glue the other one just like that, and then I will also run a glue like around here so I can sandwich the 2 pieces together. Here is my new sand art. Isn't that neat? I like it. Ignore the glare for a minute, but look in here. I have the gapping all filled in with the Chanel stem, and it looks nice. Since it's black, just like the frame, it is not that noticeable at all. Let me turn it so I can keep the glare off. But look at that. Isn't that neat? And then you can see it from both sides. I like it. I love the shimmer from the glitter. It just, you can turn it whichever way. And, you can spend hours staring at it. It is neat, right? I like it. I like the way it turned out. I'm quite happy with it. And just watch the sand swirl. Of course, you can use different weights on your sand. That'll keep your sand color separated. But I don't mind this. It looks like the beach, right? Well, not that beach sand is blue, but you know what I mean. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I love it. I'm glad that I gave it a try. It is, see how the glitter, it'll like bunch up at the top, but then give it a little bit of shake and water and air, and it'll eventually settle all back down. The more you fiddle with it, the more action you get. Yeah, I can spend hours doing this, I'm sure. Well, I hope you guys like this project and that you give it a try. Thank you for stopping by. This is Aurelia at Aurelia's Crafting Ideas, and I will see you next time.